Welcome to the Eagles blog at merlinmeller.com. America's future. Some might say it looks pretty dim right now. And in fact, we have never-ending wars. We have these ongoing occupations. We have an America that is not the traditional America. We are not doing good things in the world. We have an immigration invasion. Over 30 million people in our country that are taking jobs, that are stretching our resources. Meanwhile, our jobs are being exported. Probably the only export we have besides these wars. The American people are starting to hurt economically. We also have loss of our liberties. The only growth industry seems to be government, and with it comes a growth of tyranny. We need to do what we can to get America back. We do fortunately have several patriots that are writing about these issues. Dr. Ron Paul, Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Pat Buchanan, and many others. A friend of mine, Mark Dankoff, has written an article entitled Why We're Finished. It's a pretty sobering article, but very truthful. I don't necessarily take the negative position that Mark does, but I think that we have to do something if we're going to restore our republic and save America for our children. The globalists right now, international bankers, international financiers are doing everything in their power to create a third world war, creating instabilities around the world. They want their new world order. They do not want nations to have sovereignty. If you look at the nations that were identified as the axis of evil, those nations were clearly those nations standing in defiance and not falling under the controls of the international central banking system. That was the axis of evil. If you look at the nations currently being targeted for destabilization, Iraq again, Syria, the Ukraine, several interesting articles in this blog, one by Robert Perry on who's telling the truth about the Ukraine. There's a video by a friend of mine and former Marine, and no, this shirt was given to me, I was Army, but Ken is a great patriot, and he tells hard truths in this video, which was part of a debate conducted earlier this year, and these truths are more timely today than ever. What hope do we have in America now for peaceful political remedies? The BRICS, the alternative currency, is coming online next year. So the Fed may in fact have some serious problems. The dollar could in fact collapse. We're faced with some serious economic challenges. But we need our currency restored to the U.S. Treasury to be backed by gold or silver and get rid of the corrupt controls that these international bankers have stolen from the American people. Lee Wanta has written an article titled Return of the Real U.S. Dollar with some great insights on this issue. I'm also involved with several patriots in looking at forming a new political party, one that would be for we the people, that represents a populist approach as an alternative to the controlled and now extremely corrupt two-party system in America. We need to do these kind of things if we hoped to get our country back. And I leave this with one final note. Please be wary, Americans, of any new false flag events. There are some false flag informational articles at the bottom of this blog, and I'm fearful that in desperation, the international bankers and their minions through the state of Israel will enact some new false flag. I wish the American people would immediately remove all dual citizens from positions of responsibility and authority within our government and security structure. Thank you, and please consider sharing this blog with others, because America does have a future.